And why not a third video since I'm on a roll right now? TruePundit.com, Deep State vows payback after Trump disrupt millions in illegal trafficking, drug trafficking, cash and kickbacks from Syria. I saw this article and I said, wasn't I just talking about this days ago? He's shutting them down on all kinds of different fronts, the human trafficking, this, like all this stuff. Oh, we'll get it from here. Oh, that shut down. No, you won't. Oh, we have this fun. No, no, you don't. Gone. Oh, yeah, but wait, like Dr. Evil. Zip it. Yeah, but zip. Would you like a suckle of my zipple? www.zipit.com.org. Anyways, what do we got here? High-placed federal law enforcement sources dropped a bombshell claiming the renewed push to impeach the president is rooted in part in President Trump's move to pull the United States out of the conflict in Syria and stop untold millions in dirty cash from flowing into the deep state's pockets. Now, I'm going to go back for a second because I talked about this the other day as another little reminder. Mena, Arkansas, M-E-N-A. And I don't remember the name of the little documentary, the Mena Files or the Mena something tapes, the Mena tapes, the Mena Files. And they had people there back when Bill Clinton was governor of Arkansas, how the CIA came in and made this tiny airport a huge airport so they can land the C-130s and all that stuff. And they were bringing in drugs. In and out, drugs, weapons and stuff. And I had heard that some of the personnel who was on these planes, who had no idea that other stuff was on the planes, they were just getting dropped off, military personnel, whatever. And they're having their eyes were burning, they're feeling headaches and dizziness. There was so much on these planes, it was getting in the particles of the drugs, I guess, were getting in the other parts of the plane. So I'm just going to tell you, if he's shutting down Syria and shutting down the military, doing that, planes coming in and out, CIA plane, CIA's over there. Oh, we got to be over there too. You need CIA, man. CIA's going to help too, Right. He's shutting them down. This isn't about the Kurds. It's about the cash, one FBI source said. And that cash is no chump change. It's millions and millions of dollars flowing into the coffers of crooked politicians and deep state pockets worldwide. Federal sources paint a dark picture here, alleging crooked politicians and their benefactors are fuming. For years, it is alleged, deep state players have been raking in millions in illicit profits through the manufacturing and distribution of narcotics in Syria. Well, hold on. What about Afghanistan, the poppy fields? Remember that? We had to go in there. We're not going to bomb those. We're going to protect those. We don't, the oil, we protect oil and we protect poppy fields. Remember that? That's why we went to Afghanistan. I thought we were going after Osama bin Laden. Yeah, but he's in a cave somewhere in the whole region. We're going to send people to try to find him. Make sure you don't burn up those poppy fields in the process. Okay, got it. So here's something else in Syria. Same story. But that profitable network could stop producing its riches for U.S. players if the ceasefire Trump negotiated continues and if Trump's plan to remove U.S. personnel from Syria commences. Back here in the U.S., Trump faces a new and angrier wave of angst from D.C. players and politicians who have launched an even more rabid push to remove him from the White House. There's panic, one source said. There are a lot of connected people making a lot of money through their contacts in Syria, and that is going to dry up fast. The byproducts of such anxiety, crooked U.S. politicians pushing fabricated allegations against Trump to impeach, ISIS prisoners being released by frustrated deep state players as payback, and even an emergency Middle East road trip, I'm sure you heard of recently, by Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and senior members of Congress to Jordan, which again was also Adam Schiff, he went with her, which also happens to be a major trafficking route for Syrian drug distribution to Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Iraq, some of the largest markets in the world for Syria's meth pills. Coincidence? Trump has sabotaged a golden goose. Gooses. Geeses. I want the drugs. I want all the drugs. All shapes and sizes. And Trump has sabotaged a golden goose for the deep state, knowingly or not, with the deep state dogging Trump with faux scandals in an attempt to remove him from the White House at every freaking turn, you have to wonder if Trump's foreign policy in Syria is targeting the millions of dollars that politicians and their deep state connections are lining their pockets with in the U.S. and other countries too. And I'm going to go back to a little WebBot stuff here for a second. WebBot. Some of the middlemen are going to realize the party's over. And we know all kinds of stuff. You better pay us our money or we're going to have to leak some stuff. Well, I can't give you your money because it's gone. Well, I guess I'm going to have to leak some stuff on you guys. The network, the money, and the amount of illegal narcotics coming out of Syria are massive. Syria is supplying the entire Middle East with every potent pill form of meth called Captagon. Syria's Captagon is being trafficked through Europe and Africa, but Syria is also producing the ingredient to make other forms of meth worldwide. Another Syrian product line being trafficked with huge profits, even here in the U.S. Also, ISIS fighters are not only using this drug, but their bosses are profiting from its distribution and using the proceeds to expand the global footprint of the terror conglomerate. That's another wrinkle in this sordid secret story. The FBI and DEA have shared frustrations about fighting factions in the State Department to clamp down on millions of pills being manufactured in Syrian labs. Efforts to track and stop the worldwide distribution have resulted in a tug of war inside D.C. In June, the FBI tipped off Greek authorities about a Captagon shipment the U.S. feds tracked out of the port of Latakia, Syria. The Greeks intercepted the shipment of lumber shrouding 33 million pills with a street value of $700 million. That's one shipment worth between $600 and $700 million, one federal source said. This is a multi-billion-dollar operation. And Trump just shut it down for many U.S. players. Again, perhaps as a way to stick it to the same folks who are trying to take him down. Regardless, we are getting a glimpse into a money war behind the political war unfolding in D.C. In December, a Syrian freighter en route to same port, Latakia, to Libya, was intercepted near Crete, the island of Crete, with nearly 3 million fentanyl pills worth $113 million. Syrian-made Captagon pills, known locally as Abu Halalian, a.k.a. the father of two moons, because each pill bears a logo of two crescent moons, were impounded in France in 2017. What is this? Signature required. Anyways, 2016, the International Narcotics Control Board, or INCB, flagged concerns after Syria's import of pseudoephedrine, a legally traded nasal decongestant that can be used to make highly addictive and powerful methamphetamine, though not Captagon, skyrocketed. Tablets destined for Gulf countries are regularly seized in Lebanon, once from a Saudi prince, sometimes having been moved across the Syrian border. In Jordan, 47 million Captagon pills were reportedly confiscated in 2018, according to Jordan's Public Security Directorate. And the Maryland-based National Center for Biotechnology Information now describes Syria as the premier producer and exporter of counterfeit forms of Captagon. The drug, which gives a faster high than traditional amphetamine, has for years been a favorite among ISIS fighters, but its export from the country through ports like Latakia that are controlled by the Bashar Assad government suggests that the Syrian regime might now be turning to phenolphthalein sales internationally to bolster its treasury. At the very least, suggest experts, it might be allowing corrupt officials to carry out trade in the illegal substance to keep them loyal. It's plausible to think that with this amount of money involved, corruption and rent-seeking is a widespread practice. And with shrinking sources of revenue, all the more logical. Captagon, Biocaptan, and Fitin were the brand names for drugs whose main active ingredient is phenethylene, which was legal in the U.S. until 1981, when its addictive properties saw it categorized as a Schedule I drug alongside heroin and cocaine. When legal in the 60s and 70s, it was used to calm hyperactive children and for patients suffering from narcolepsy and depression. By 1986, it was banned in most countries, yet as with most narcotics, the ban only drove production underground, with southeastern Europe emerging as the manufacturing hub. I got a question though. What happened to all the hyperactive children in the narcolepsy? Well, oh my God, we had to have this drug. Actually, I guess we didn't, did we? Are they really hyperactive children, or do we just label them so we could sell this poisonous drug or drugs to everybody across the planet? How many times do I have to turn on the TV? Nostalgia. Ask your doctor if nostalgia is right for you. Got bumpy fingers? Yeah, I got bumps on my fingers. Well, side effects include more bumpy fingers, premature death, kidney failure, and heart disease. Well, hold on. I'm trying to get rid of the bumps. And you're saying it might bring them back with a vengeance? Well, that's a side effect that could happen in some number of people. Doctor wanted to put my wife on some crap. I told you that the other day, a few weeks ago. Well, you're at risk for preterm labor, so I want to give you this stuff. This is a effing chemical. FDA approved. Side effects include premature birth, stillborn. You're kidding, Evelyn, right? You are kidding. Your doctor didn't actually tell you to take a drug because he's concerned you might have premature birth. And one of the side effects is premature birth and stillborn. I'm not kidding you. Yes, that's actually what happened. I effing hate these doctors. I said, yeah, I do too. I do too. That doctor didn't even think twice. Oh, I'm going to use my super smart brains that I paid a lot of money in college for. I remember a book that was handed to me. If this condition, yes. If this condition, yes, then prescribe that. Don't even have to go to the book. I got this down in my brain. This is like muscle memory. I got this. Oh, she had twins. Yep. Okay. She's what age? Okay, done. She's a candidate for premature birth. And the shit you want to give her might cause premature birth and a stillborn baby. Sometimes it's real nice knowing shit that other people don't know and refuse to even look at when you tell it to them. Hey, you need to check this out. Your kid's life might be in trouble. Hey, don't give your kid that shot. He might actually get, autism. Hey, don't do that. They might actually die. Doctor said it was just a coincidence. As soon as you gave him the shot, it happened. Yeah, but the doctor knows. Right. Ask me how many shots my baby boy's going to get. Go ahead, ask. All right, Joe, how many shots is he going to get? 0. Even the vitamin K shot. Any kind of pill thing we could put in a bottle? Put the contents in a bottle. Don't want my boy getting any shots. I know it says vitamin K on the bottle, but I wasn't there when they made that. I don't know what their conditions were in there, or what moronic evil bastard may have had other ideas of putting something else in there. So in that case, I don't think I want any shots. Thanks.